guys, Robbie46 here. Now today we're going to talk about the strong rumours that have been going around. It started, well, the commentators were talking about it on BT Sport at the weekend at Argentina. Motorcycle News have been talking about it as well, and that is the rumour that Jorge Lorenzo is going to Ducati next year. His Yamaha contract obviously up at the end of this year. Yamaha have already given him a contract, as they did with Rossi. Rossi obviously signed his Eastern for another 2 years, but Lorenzo has yet to sign, and the rumour is that he has made a verbal agreement with Ducati. Ducati, they have been interested in Lorenzo for quite a while now. Every time Lorenzo's contract comes up for a renewal, Ducati is always mentioned, as has Honda been in the past, but apparently this year Ducati made a serious bid for Lorenzo, and it is sounding like that he will be going to Ducati. So the rumour that he has made a verbal agreement with Ducati. So yeah, apparently something's going to be announced when MotoGP comes back to Europe. So expect Lorenzo to announce what he's going to be doing in 2017 when we come back to Europe. So not expecting anything this weekend at Austin. So we have to wait a little bit. But of course that frees his ride up to Yamaha, if that is true, of course. And the person who's in the frame at the moment is Maverick Vinales. Now that would be a seriously good move for Vinales. The only trouble I can see with Vinales is the fact that he's got a personal sponsor of Red Bull. Obviously he's got Red Bull helmet, and Yamaha are sponsored by Monster Energy, and of course they're two rival companies, so that wouldn't go down too well. So I think that if that was going to happen, obviously Vinales would have to lose his Red Bull sponsorship. So whether Yamaha compensate for that, or whether he gets on board with Monster instead of Red Bull, who knows? But of course Honda could get rid of Pedrosa, and that would open the door for Vinales as well. Like I said, because Honda are sponsored by Red Bull, and that would be an easier transition. Obviously, he wouldn't have to lose his Red Bull sponsorship. And then where would Pedrosa go if Honda do get rid of him? Well, maybe KTM as a test rider, or development rider. Maybe KTM are going to put Kallio as their second rider. Obviously, Bradley Smith has already signed, but maybe they're going to give Kallio a season on the bike as like a reward for developing the KTM. But we'll have to wait and see what happens there. And of course, if Lorenzo does go to Ducati, who's going to be leaving? Now, obviously, it could be either of them. They could get rid of Dovi because Iannone's a lot younger. Last year, Iannone did beat Dovizioso, so they could get rid of Dovi for that reason. But this year, Dovi's beaten Iannone in both races. Obviously, that move that Iannone put on Dovi at Argentina may not have helped his situation. So if they got rid of Iannone, then they could have Dovizioso as the development rider and Lorenzo as well. That'd be a strong lineup. But then where would Iannone go? Well, if Vinales went to Honda, then Iannone could go to Yamaha. Of course, there's still a Tech 3 available at the moment. They haven't said whether they're going to keep Polo Spargro or not. And of course, there's some Moto2 riders looking to move up next year as well, the likes of Zarco and Rins. I think that if Polo Spargro does get the boot from Tech 3, then maybe Tech 3 will try and take on both Zarco and Rins. But if Spargro does stay, then they'll obviously only be able to take on one of them. There is also a rumour that Iannone may be linked to Suzuki as well. So if Vinales leaves Suzuki, then maybe Iannone could go to Suzuki if he does leave Ducati, or if Ducati get rid of him. So there is a lot of speculation going on. Obviously, most of the teams are waiting to see what Lorenzo does. So once the announcement for Lorenzo, at the end of the day, he might even decide to stay at Yamaha. And then he might just decide He likes it. Yeah, well, there's nothing wrong with the Yamaha, obviously, but he might decide he wants to stay at Yamaha. He has said in the past that he wants to retire with Yamaha. So yeah, maybe he's gonna do that. Maybe he'll go to Ducati. We don't know. But as soon as they get an announcement, obviously then other riders will start moving about as well and signing contracts for next year. But it's going to be interesting to see where everyone ends up. Of course, we know that Rossi is staying at Yamaha for another 2 years, and Bradley Smith has signed a 2-year deal with KTM. So, yeah, looking forward to see what happens. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave this video a like, subscribe to my channel for more content. I shall see you guys in the next video. See you!